So on our second morning and the first day of the hiking trek, we're on our way to the trailhead, and we're going by vehicle in jeeps, and you can barely make out the faintest horizontal line along that cliff. That's the road we're going on. When trail conditions are like this. So this is the result of the earthquake a year ago. And we're in a very beautiful area, but it's pretty scary coming across there. So time for me to put down the camera and see what I can do to help. Yeah, they're all, I know people have to be thinking, uh-oh. Because it's slippery. So that particular bridge didn't fare so well. Good thing it's been replaced with this bridge. So we've arrived at our first camp night, third night of the total trip. And we may want to suppress this footage because it's better for people to believe that we really had a tough time, and we probably don't want them to know that our chairs were carried up, and when we arrived that the crew had tea and biscuits waiting for us, carried a toilet seat up, are now putting up our tents while we relax. We're roughing it all right. I mean, the hardest part is the leech inspection, as we one by one take our boots off and discover that leeches are feasting on our feet. They don't hurt. It's just a bad thought that our blood is being sucked.
These are the Lepcha porters, mainly from the village of Tinvong, without whom we could not have made this trek. They helped us, they befriended us, they watched out for us, and they were delightful.
Well, you actually, it turns out, don't need an Xbox or computer program or anything electronic to have fun. Our boys, the porters, the Golden Gumshoe crew, are showing how to have fun with a tennis ball. They're just delighted to be throwing this tennis ball around. And with a backdrop like this, well, it's a really good thing you can't smell me. This is the last meal of our trek. We're along this rushing river. Our Lepcha porters are having their own lunch, and we're in the most wonderful spot. We've had fruit salad and some kind of strange potato stew and some little crunchy papadoc things with spices, and what a way to cap our great adventure. Really a wonderful trip. Amazing. Very spiritual too. I need a bath. So it's all part of the adventure. Just another typical day in a Sikkim superhighway. Oh, action, action, action! Almost. Guess I better go help. So fortunately there's been a breakdown on the road, and after getting the Mahindra, like a Jeep, out of a very muddy situation, we discovered that the road is blocked by a piece of broken construction equipment, so we walked, which means that we are approaching a monastery in the traditional footpath, past these whitewashed prayers, and on up to the monastery in the distance. And finally, after the very arduous drive and final steep climb, we reached the gate of this monastery. So it's not always easy, but when you bump over the rough road and hike up the trail and feel a little breathless, this is the payoff. You get to be almost alone. Only almost, because you have a friend. So these prayer wheels at the monastery, as we turn them, the prayers that are painted on the outside as well as the prayers contained inside are being spread. So as we walk around and spin the wheels, we're saying many thousands of prayers. Here we are inside the monastery. Every surface is painted with a story, and everything begins as a sketch. Gradually filled in, one color, one color.
The dawning of every new day presents you and me with a sketch, a rough outline. And we get to decide just how colorfully we want to fill it in. I've made my choice. I want to have a life filled with adventure, and I want every day to be vibrant. And I hope you'll make a similar choice. And you don't need to go to Sikkim to do it. It's the decisions we make every day that determine just how vibrant and colorful our lives will be. Thanks for joining me in Sikkim. Let's take another adventure. I'm George Walther.